Coco?
I don't know. I think we're losing the poker opportunity here.
It's been lost.
We all know that the biggest choice
Memory? This group?
that the American people have to make this year is in the presidential race.
Sit.
Now you all know how I feel.
Sit.
We do.
But it's not my decision to make.
Read all about it.
That belongs to the American people. I just want to tell all of you here in this great arena and all the folks watching and listening at home a few things that I know about Al Gore. We've worked closely together for 8 years now. In the most challenging moments when we face the most difficult issues of war and peace, of whether to take on some powerful interest, he was always
curious. Yellow.
And he always told me exactly what he thought.
One or two things
right.
I know about Al.
Everybody knows he is thoughtful and hardworking.
So who
but
made
I can tell you personally,
Who's Goddard? What
he
is
is
good
one
I know about you?
leader.
Not about you. It's about
Yeah.
it's a girl's name.
Yeah, but no.
I should tell you that outside the arena here, there's police on horseback have arrived. They have cut
Look,
the power.
this is incredible.
Several fires have been started.
This is great. This is great.
It's terribly grave, but the situation obviously is deteriorating out there.
The
The noise that was threatened obviously by the group from the rock concert is not penetrating the hall because there's no
I
power.
have seen this kind of
Tear gas is
positioning
being used outside as
and this
well.
kind of strength time and time again.
Right.
In how we reform welfare,
Wonderful
or in
stereo.
protecting the environment, or in closing the digital divide, or bringing jobs to rural and urban America through the
Look, they're
Empowerment Zone
beating
program.
somebody. I can...
The greatest champion of ordinary Americans has always been Al Gore.
Oh,
I'll tell you something else about it.
What a disaster.
I'll tell you something else about it. More than anybody else I've known in public life, Al Gore understands the future and how sweeping changes and scientific breakthroughs will affect ordinary Americans' lives. And I think we need somebody in the White House at the dawn of the 21st century who really understands the future.
Future, living as the president.
Finally,
It's really good.
finally, I want to say something
decide.
more personal.
You decide. 2000.
Virtually every
Bad
week for the
image.
last 7.5 years, until he became occupied with more important matters, Al Gore and I had lunch. And we talked about the business between us and the business of America. But we'd also often talk about our families, what our kids were doing, how school was going, what was going on in their life.
Anarchists make the Republicans look good.
I know him.
George
He
Bush
is
wins the
profoundly
election because the Democrats look like a bunch
He
of
loves his
But do you think that's so
he
much?
loves his children more than life. And he has a perfectly wonderful wife.
Inside,
Who has fought against
outside.
homelessness
Convention
and who
floor,
has done something
outside.
And
And
notice
all
what's
Americans
bigger.
Fiction,
bringing the
reality.
cause of
President
mental
Little,
health into the broad sunlight
Violence
of
big.
our national public life.
Okay.
Hillary and I have known Joe for 30 years, since we
Lie
were
down,
in
Coco.
Connecticut in
Be
law
nice.
school.
Be good. Lie down.
I supported him in his
Lie
first
down.
race for public office in
Lie down.
1970,
Lie down.
when I learned he had been a freedom rider,
Come on, Coco.
going into danger to register black
Lie down.
voters in the then
Good girl.
segregated South. It should not be a surprise to anyone that Al Gore picked the leader of the New Democrats to be his vice president.
What's that?
Because Joe Lieberman has supported all our
that
efforts
looks like
to
fire to
reform
me.
welfare,
It's probably
reduce
such a
crime,
little thing
protect the
in the scope of
environment,
this whole thing. It's
protect
like
civil rights and a
ridiculous.
woman's right to choose, and to keep this economy
My
going.
half-brother Chris
All of
is
them.
involved in this.
And
This is fun.
he has shown time and time again that he will work with President Gore to keep putting people and
Okay,
progress
that's downtown
over
LA.
partisanship. Now it's up, frankly, to the presidential nominee and the vice presidential nominee to engage in this debate and to point out the differences. But there are two issues I care a lot about, and I want to make brief comments on them, and I hope I've earned the right to make comments on them. One is the economy. I know a little something about that. And the other is our efforts
Earlier
to
they
build
said
one
there was
America.
tear gas being used.
First,
and they
on the
showed
economy.
police officers on
Al Gore and Joe
horseback
Lieberman will
beating
keep
people
our
with
prosperity
their-
going by
What are they
paying down the
protesting?
debt,
I mean,
investing in education and health
what's
care,
their point?
moving more people from welfare to work,
That's what I
and
don't get.
providing
Why
family
this?
tax cuts we can't afford.
You go to 67.
I mean, it's
Where's the receipt?
Nice work.
Med Fox.
Mother.
Good reception.
It's called cable.
My fellow Americans, the future of our country is now in your hands. You must think hard, feel deeply, and choose wisely. And remember, whenever you think about me, keep putting people first.